hill lock, okay? Again, you figure out what works for you guys, okay? I'm gonna just use 2 inch, okay? The first thing, you're gonna do an anchor, okay? The one thing that I'd say, did Spencer tell you how when you do your anchors, how to split the tape? So just kind of come down. Why would you think that that'd be important?
So you don't have
So not all the pressure's on the same
right on
spot.
each other.
Yeah, because what will happen, I think one of you, I kind of said, what tends to happen is it gets really big and bulky right here in one spot, okay? So if you can kind of feather that down and break it down a little bit, but don't get so far down into here that it's going to irritate, because then there's ways you can do that, okay? So once I've done that, then I'm going to do my I'm going to do my stirrups. And on the stirrups, Spencer just taught you, but I'm just going to have you start on the inside, and I split the malleolus, front and back, okay? And he probably told you that, and you're just going to pull laterally. Then once you've done that, this is where I want you guys to anchor again, okay? You can anchor however you want. You can just do around this way. That's 100% fine like that. I'm going to do another stirrup. And then he talked about the base of the fifth, right? Just this edge right here, this bone is in there. And you come in with them?
Well, let's see if I'm fine.
Okay. So now what's my next thing I need to do? Anchor. I'm going to show you another little anchor. Remember how you guys do the top half of the figure eight? This is how I can do that, because where's some areas where you might have holes on these outsides, right? So what I do is I lay it down here. I come around. That makes sense? Now don't do that if it confuses you. If it's too hard, don't worry about it, okay? But if you think, hey, how did Dave do that anchor? It mimics almost like the top half of the figure eight, but you're doing like with longer tails, okay? So again, I'm just on the outside. You can start on the inside or the outside, so I just kind of reinforced it on the outside here. I'm going to run out of tape, guys, on the inside. And then it just comes back on the inside, okay? This is 2 inch. I'm just trying to say this a few. Okay, so once I've done that, now I'm going to go into my heel locks. What I was showing some of the guys is bend their foot and find out where their Achilles hooks in. You can kind of feel that, okay? And then have them put up. So I want to shoot for the top half of the malleolus. So like right there's the bottom. I want to go maybe half to that top portion is where I want to angle. So if you draw a line where that Achilles hooks up at and where that's at, that's maybe a reference point for you guys, okay? And again, I'm going to put the bottom half of it on that angle, okay? Find out where I'm at, come back around. And you can kind of coax this tape to do what you want to some degree, okay? For you guys over here, here's the bottom, and here's like the half and up. Okay? Now, let me ask another quick question. If I tear my tape and I end right here, but I have green that comes over here, would it not make sense just to continue that tape around, just cover up a little bit? Because eventually I want you to have all the green covered, except for right here. Okay? Okay, pretend I did another heel lock on each side, okay? I'm only doing one just now, but I'm going to move on because I want to speed up a little bit, okay? Now I'm going to go to my figure eight. I want the roll in the outside hand. Whatever the outside hand is for the angle of your tape, okay? You're going to take this, and a lot of you guys, some of you went a little bit lower in the hill. I want you maybe just to try to come up a little bit higher this way in the foot, okay? Not a lot, but a little.
You don't want that edge of tape right on the fifth metatarsal, though, do you?
Well, you want to split that. You're hoping to kind of even that pressure out, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm shooting for here, again, that top half of that malleolus is where, when I come around here, this 2-inch tape's a little bit harder, so that will help force it back around, come back down. And I carried it all the way through, kind of like to help reinforce it, okay? Pretend I've done 2 of those, okay? You want me to do that again by chance? Are you guys good? You good? So after I've done all that, so I've done, 2s of everything, I want to go back through. And some people, they like a lot in their foot. Some people don't like a lot. So if he's one that does like a lot in his foot, or wants further in his foot, all I got to do is just something like this. And that's a personal preference for him, okay? And then I want to come back through, make sure there's no holes out here, and that there's no holes right here, or it's not too thin. See how when you guys are having to go back through, do I need to do that? Is it wrong if I have to? No. I've just kind of helped when I did those bow ties, if you want to call them. that one anchor I showed you, you're good there. And then all you have to do is just anchor this portion down right here. Okay? That's it. So again, on your books,